first go back in a time machine to the early 1970s when we had food and energy shocks coupled with Arthur Burns as the Fed, who was the Fed chair for Nixon, printing money like it was going out of style. And that set us up for what's called stagflation, which is not just inflation with prices going up, but slow to recessionary growth. And my concern, Joe, based on all the things you mentioned, is that we're setting ourselves up for stagflation. So let's run them down. On Capitol Hill, they're going crazy on the Keynesian front, spending trillions of dollars hand over fist. So that's going to be a demand shock that's going to push inflation up. Then on the supply side, we've got this pandemic shock that's hitting us in all sorts of ways. For example, Joe, the supply chain for computer chips and other things around the world now is being pinched by the problems of the pandemic. So that's driving prices up. We've got a very, very distorted labor market right now, Joe. We're seeing what I call service sector refugees. These are the people put out of work in pandemic impacted sectors like hospitality and transportation. They don't have the skills to move over, and it's weird. You got all of these jobs available, but they're not being filled. The second part of this, Joe, this is something people aren't talking about, but it is happening. People over the age of 55 now are retiring significantly earlier than they otherwise would, taking themselves out of the labor force. So what's this going to mean? It's going to mean over time, possibly wage inflation in certain sectors, along with the Keynesian price inflation from the demand and the supply constraints around the world because of this pandemic. Stagflation.
It's really crazy when you talk, and I'm glad you bring up the people who are retiring, but it also brings us to mind the people who have already retired. What the Biden administration, and in particular President Biden, doesn't seem to appreciate is that just because wages are going up as a result of inflation, that doesn't mean your buying power is going up. And the one group of people whose buying power is clearly going to be diminished in a world where inflation gets out of control are those seniors living on fixed incomes who've already set aside a set pool of money to live out their golden years, who may have to find themselves downsizing the home they downsized to because the money just won't be there to get them through the end of their last days.
And let's do some numbers here, Joe. Over the first 6 months of this year, we've had the core inflation, that's X energy and food, go up 3%, okay, just in 6 months. Generally, what's that going to mean is we're looking at a 6% rate or more of inflation for the year. There's no way that people's pensions are going to keep up with that, to your point. And there's no way wages are going to keep up with that either. So this is going to be a whole lot of pain. And, you know, the numbers are telling us, Joe, that the people who are being hurt most are the people at the lower end of the income distribution, the blue collar Americans in manufacturing and service are going to be hit the worst. These are what we used to call, and still do, the Trump deplorables. So these impacts are going to fall disproportionately on the senior citizens you mentioned, Joe, and on the working poor.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.